The people this year that got the Nobel Prize of Physics, they got it because they obviously were able to produce. I'm not a physicist. I'm not a mathematician, as you know, either, and neither from mathematicians. But they were able to produce like laser beams or something to observe the motion of electrons and at the speed of attoseconds. And so an attosecond, it's 10 power minus 18 seconds, which is, as you know, 0,1701 second, which is, as far as I've heard, there are more, there are less seconds in 14 billion years, which is the entire age of the universe, as far as we know. We discussed that, is it the beginning or not, as far as we know, than the number of attoseconds in 1 second.
Yeah, so that's amazing. That means time is divisible at least up to that point.
That's it. But what I was thinking is, at that stage, it made me think that, can we talk about divisibility at this level or only about rhythm? Because when I see, it made me think that, but maybe I'm wrong. It made me think that when I see a libellule or a fly that is sometimes living just one day, I look at the fly and maybe I could feel pity, saying, what a short life, when I think that my life is expected to be like 1,000 times more or 100 times more, I don't know, something like that.
Or a rose that lasts only a few days.
Exactly. And I'm thinking, in a way, maybe this rose is living as long as I'm living, because it's just a question of rhythm. Because I was thinking, in 1 second, there is an entire universe. Because not only in space, but in time. In 1 second is an entire universe. It's like billions of attoseconds. So it's like when we say billions of years, and we are impressed, but maybe that's the same.
But it would have to be a life form that uses different physical principles than we use, because ours are very slow compared to...
Exactly.
But there may be creatures whose lives are as long compared to ours as ours are to, you said an insect that lives only for a day?
Yeah.
So we may be very short-lived compared to other organisms, and maybe to the AIs we're creating also.
Exactly. So I can't help here. It's like a disease for me, doing metaphysics and saying,
it's a good disease.
Doing that, and I can't help saying, look, so it looks like if we are talking about God, say God will be like beyond all rhythm. That's what will be eternity. So it could be like an attoseconds, and in the same time something like you can't even imagine, like as you said, another rhythm, and in the same times 14 billion years, and for him that's the same. For him that's the same thing. You know?
Well, Hindu theologians and philosophers like to talk about enormously long periods of time. For example, imagine a mountain, I don't know, 10 kilometers, a cube, 10 kilometers on a side, made of diamond, the hardest material. And every 1,000 years, a magic bird flies over and sheds a tear that goes plunk on the diamond.
Yeah.
The amount of time it will take for these tears to wear away this mountain of diamond is just a blink of the eye of Shiva.
Yeah, yes, I know. They love to say this kind of thing. The Buddhists also are like, but you know, the Greek also, they talk about eons. As you know, eons is like a huge amount of time. You can't even measure.
Well, there's this wonderful work of Archimedes called the Sand-Reckoner, Samad or Samiad. That's the one word I thought I knew in Greek. And it's to name the number of grains of sand on Earth, I think it is. And he shows, it's addressed to a king, that he can write this number for the number of grains of sand for if the entire globe were made of sand. And he can actually write this number. He creates a notation, a way of, gives names so that he can write this number.
Because when again, talking about those attoseconds that really impressed me when they were saying that, because how can even being inside a second, so much inside a second, but I was thinking, oh, it's because in my mind, again, I'm not thinking about the very essence of time. I'm thinking about time like if it were space, so I have the feeling that it can't enter in it, like if it were piece that I tried. But in a way, everything can enter in everything, because as we say in the beginning, space-time is just an illusion that could be just illusory, or is just a slice of eternity. And when it is a slice, you cut eternity.
Well, for different topics, you need a different scale of time. If you look at geological time, the time it takes for continents to move, on that time scale, the continents are moving or dancing around the surface of the Earth, colliding into each other. Yeah. You're getting mountain ranges being formed.
Yeah.
But for us, that's a very long amount of time. Now, if you look at our lives compared to attoseconds, we're in an eternity compared to that event. So every physical phenomena has a time scale which is appropriate.
Because maybe we didn't realize what it meant. What is scale? A scale. Like the scale are the proof that there might be something that is beyond all scale. The very fact that the scales are so strange when you are so far from your own scale. You know?
Yeah, well, there's a scale of the evolution of the universe.
Yes.
And people do simulations saying if they varied the physical constants, would galaxies form or not, for example, to see if there's fine-tuning or not.
The famous fine-tuning.
The famous fine-tuning problem.
Yeah.
And there the time scale they're using is billions of years, you know, those simulations. So...
yes. Anyway, that
deep
was just...
time. The astronomers talk of deep time.
Deep time, exactly. Yeah. So basically that was just the thing I wanted to say, because I was so impressed with these attoseconds.
It's amazing, but it's also amazing what you do with the Webb Telescope. You're looking very far away, which means you're looking very far back in time.
Exactly.
To the creation of galaxies, and there seem to be too many.
Already. That don't exist anymore while you are actually the time you are seeing them.
Right. It's yeah. So you're looking back.
So if I apply that again, if I apply that to us, I will say that what I see of you, it's in a different time, because it's also the reflection of light. And I could even see that what I see when I see what is behind, when I see your ear and I see your nose. Your nose is more in the future than your ear is more in the past when I'm perceiving them. Because according to, it's true. It's true.
If they were astronomical distances, yes.
But even when
if I were a galaxy cluster, this would be further back in time compared to this, because it's closer to you. Yeah.
But in fact, if it works for galaxy, that means it works for everything in a way. But we don't perceive it, because we create a model of simultaneity.